With us, let's begin with politics. With about 52 days to the conduct of the 2023 elections, various issues shaping the polity are coming up. One of such is alleged selling and buying of permanent voter card, PVCs. Governor Aminu Tambuwal of Sokoto State has cautioned eligible voters against selling their PVCs. Governor Tambuwal, who is also the chairman of the Nigerian Governors Forum, alleged that some people are buying PVCs in attempt to rig the coming election. Wow. Olaika, you know, it used to be when we, this kind of gist, when we were using the card reader or when we were, more of incident form to vote. So, this kind of gist will make sense. But it stands on logic. Why will anybody who want to sell their PVC? Because what they've deployed now is bimodal. As in, it's going to require fingerprint, your facial recognition. Do you understand? So it's worthless to any other person.
Well,
Why do you think people will be selling their PVC?
I'm still trying to wrap my hands around it and think of what exactly are people who are buying this PVC. What purpose will it serve for them? But Nigerian politicians, you can never put anything beyond them. One thing I guess perhaps is if Party A sees that it's not popular in this side and he wants to make sure
the number of votes
exactly. That is the only thing perhaps
that's the only logical thing you can come up with.
Because with your fingerprint and your face recognition that has been built into the present voter card, I don't know how anybody in his right senses will think that buying a voter card is the best way to you can't use it. You can, as you mentioned, the issue of incident form.
You can't use it. There's nothing like that.
There's nothing like that.
You can't fill the incident form.
What will you do with buying another man's voter card? But Nigerian politicians, they have a way of doing things. But this thing has been used in other places. Beavers has been used in other elections, Ekiti, also, and the rest. So how do you, or is there something they know that we don't know? That's why they are buying it. Because up till this moment, I've been trying. I've seen the video where they were giving them money and they are submitting their cards, and I asked myself, what do you want to do with it?
I think the only logical conclusion we can draw here is what you guys said. That because when it comes to carrying out a kind of foolproof system, INEC has been able to update the system with that beavers. It doesn't make sense for anybody to think that you are going to use anybody's voter card again.
Truly, I think I agree with him. But another angle to it is a country that has almost 100 million people, according to figures, more than 100 million poverty line. Many people would not even think about what is going to happen with the PVC. They just want to get that money and put it in their pockets. That is another angle to it where I'm thinking. But I think that really, INEC has done their homework and it doesn't make any sense. But politicians will always look for a way. Like we would always say, like the technological systems that we have in this world, we still have some people that don't sleep day and night. They are looking for ways to hack into those systems, ways to break into those systems. So I just believe that there's something cooking somewhere, and since it's out now and everybody's talking about it, INEC would also go back and also look for ways that they can make sure that if this happens, they won't be able to, it won't affect the credibility of that exercise, because that is what Nigerians want. They want this process to be credible, transparent as possible. So I just look at it like whatever happens. But our poverty issue is something that would tell during this coming election.
I'm worried with the number of PVC available, across the country now. Just there
that have
not been collected in INEC office, and the accessibility, and I don't know how people are going to do it. How accessible do you think this card?
In all fairness to INEC, I think INEC has done a fantastic job. Let me speak for myself. I used to vote in Ogba.
Okay.
And during the new registration and the transfer and all that, I decided that, okay, let me transfer to my my neighborhood. And I decided, right online, I didn't go to anywhere on my computer, sometimes on my phone. I did the transfer, I did everything. And just about 2 weeks ago, I went to INEC office in Ota, where I transferred my... And in less than 1 or 2 hours, in fact, because it was very orderly, people were lined up, and I got it. In all fairness, and INEC has done the best it could do. There, I saw a lot of cards that have not been collected, but I believe that, Nigerians are very funny. We do it on the last day, or when it's getting to the last day, and then they will say, oh, please extend it and all that. That is what perhaps some people are waiting for. And also, you find out that day when I went there, I saw that a lot of cards are there, and the way they are arranged, all you just need is to write your name or mention your name. It's like they are, if you tell them your polling booth, they are arranged in alphabetical order, they give it to you. INEC has done all that. But let's forget, there are some people who are not voters. In fact, the day I went to collect my card, I met a man that is about 67-year-old. He said he's 67. He said the only time he voted, I think, was 1993. And that he has never voted since that time. So when I asked him, so this time you are going to vote? He said, he's not sure. I said, why? He said, well, he just came to collect the card in case he might need something from government, and government will say, bring your voter's card. So you have people like that. There are many people. So you don't be surprised that in a state where you have 10 million registered voters, about 2 million may collect the voter card. Right. About 500,000 may vote. And then, where is the 1.5? The 1.5 are perhaps people who don't want to vote. Maybe they need, their wife wants to give birth, or they want to travel, or they want to do anything. They say, okay, bring your voter's card, or you go to bank. It's also part of your identity now. Yes. So, there are so many reasons why some of those cards will remain uncollected. But the truth is that I think the National Orientation Agency, if that agency still exists, has not done anything. That agency? It is INEC that is issuing the card. It is INEC that is doing campaign. It should not be INEC business.
I was told they are grossly underfunded. It's under the Ministry of Information.
Yes, information.
If
Abari is the...
Yes, I know Dr. Abari.
Dr. Abari.
If the agency is underfunded, then they should scrap it and let us know it is no longer in existence.
We don't have expectations.
Because that agency, we know what it used to do in the past. So what has happened?
A lot of people...
If it is underfunded, then the government should just scrap it and let the staff go to other ministries or ask them to go home. Because you can't have an agency, INEC will be the one to print card, organize election, and be the one to be announcing that. No, it's too much.
Look at the figure there, 6.7 million. 7 million, and I'm sure the biggest corporates, Lagos State, 1.693 uncollected PVC. Now, if you look at the number of registered voters in Lagos, 7.1 million people are actually, number of people that are registered to vote in Lagos in that INEC comprehensive list that was released earlier. Now, when you are looking at this now, the number of people that have not collected their PVC, 1.693 million. And when you look at it, this is enough.
I mean,
Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu does not have
at all
to emerge as a winner.
That is what I'm saying.
Of that election.
Yes.
That is what I'm saying.
He did not score 1.6 million in 2019 to emerge as this thing. So it shows you that the level of apathy, the level of lackadaisical attitude in terms of what we do in Lagos State. This is
I take it up from where Doctor stopped, because that's just the truth. I don't know what's been happening to the NOA. I actually jotted that down immediately. I thought about that because they are in charge of sensitizing people to the grassroots in all languages that people will understand, in Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo, and general all other languages. But nothing, we don't hear anything from them. INEC has done their bit, and maybe state governments could also do something around this. Maybe they could make it, and I think they've done that to get it to local governments, get it as close as it can get to people. And jingles, television adverts and all of that, let people know that you can pick your PVCs at your local, because Nigerians who want to stress themselves to get this cards. That's another thing. Everyone wants it to be so easy to get. They'll tell you that we'll have to now take transport to get to where I'm going. Please let them keep the PVC. That's a not mentality of
Or some of them get discouraged when they get there with a long queue.
Exactly. So
how do you make it?
A lot needs to make it easier, make it more technologically inclined, that people can just come in with their numbers and pick up whatever they want to pick up, and it's seamless. That's the only way I see that more people will get this before that election.
And another thing I see there is, look, there is no gain without some pain. People must also understand. Look, if you are crying today that a particular government is not doing well, what part have you played as an individual to make sure that you replace that bad government with a good one? Because you sit down at home and say, no, when we vote, nothing will happen. I always tell people that, look, no, let us be part of it. When you make your choice, if your candidates win, fine. If it doesn't win, but you know that you have participated. But when you sit down and say that, no, and INEC has made that important now that our vote counts. We can see it everywhere. We can, with beavers, a lot of money has been invested into this. So we should not allow that money to go into waste and then sit down in the comfort of our homes and begin to criticize that, no, the government is bad. If you don't play your part, you will not get the gain.
All right, moving on now.